just getting us, out of our comfort zone a little bit with some pressure and, really getting into our players and putting us in uncomfortable positions. But, we had the weather storm. They came out hot, made some shots. We played off some guys that we thought that weren't going to be effective offensively, and they wound up hitting some shots. Guys like Abraham and Gilbert asserted themselves inside, especially Abraham, by scoring 12 points in the first half. He really was aggressive and assertive and trying to make some things happen. But, again, kudos to those guys. They did a great job of, coming in and trying to really get into us and take us out of our comfort zone.
Coach, in addition to the hot shooting, they out-rebounded you. I think it was 41-12. That's not characteristic of your team, is it?
No. Well, it's basically just, shows that they came out with a feeling that they could, get into us and be physical. They watched the film from the first game and saw that there were some opportunities that they may have left out there on the table, but they definitely took advantage of it this time. And we knew we were going to have a battle. We knew this was going to be a game where, records don't matter. Positions on the ladder doesn't matter. It's all about, stepping between those lines and playing the game. And they came out trying to be the aggressors, and they obviously were doing that. So, it showed up in the glass, it showed up in their shooting percentage, and it definitely showed up in our lack of execution on the offensive end.
Howard, did you guys feel like you were ready to go at the beginning of the game?
No.
Anything else? Okay. What they wanted out of this last 3 or 4 weeks, and they showed why they're high character kids. They had the hardest week of practice. They believed, and it's very tough to handle adverse situations in life like we've been going. We've been in adverse. What I mean by that is it's not really, it's adverse in our little basketball world. It's not adverse in the big picture. But in our little basketball world, they handled it with high character. I was really proud of the way they came out. We talked about a lot of different things this week, and I thought it was the first time we looked down the line. We thought everybody was truly healthy. There's games that we've had, and a missing guy here, missing guy there, or even if the guy's in the lineup, he's about 50%. Walt's tried to go with a bad shoulder. Joe's tried to go with everything. I was really happy for these guys to get that feeling because it's been a long time coming.
Coach, one of the most astounding things was the three-point shooting percentage, 57%.
It helps,
you'll take that, right?
It helps, doesn't it? But you know what I thought we did is it wasn't just a three where it was one pass and just pull a three. Mm-hmm. I thought we moved the ball very, very well. We had 19 assists today. A lot of those came off good spacing, good ball movement, and a lot of unselfishness. So we've been working. We took a lot of shots this week. The guys really stepped into the shot, and I said in the pre-radio show with Fitz, I said, Jordan looks as healthy as he looked all year. He had his best week of practice, and he's just looking confident. And it's really showing in his shot.
Jordan, talk about what this victory means in the streak.
Yeah, it's been a long, while this is the longest I think it's gone for not having a win, and that puts a lot of pressure on you. But I feel like, like Coach said, he asked us what we wanted our goals to be, and together as a team, we got together and talked about that, and figured things out. And he pushed us this week, and to really push ourselves, really, and left it on us to uplift each other. And it's not easy coming out there and playing hard every day when your record doesn't show it. But that's what we did today, and we came up successful.
Coach, you mentioned the health too, and this is Abraham's first game back, and you started off the bench, and Gibler's kind of coming back from his shoulder injury. Can you talk about that?
Well, I told Ben today, I go, Brent, your presence alone uplifts everybody. I said, but I know the way Ben is. Ben feels like if he comes back, he's going to put the whole team and everything's on his shoulders. It's not that way. We've had other guys recently that are healthy, playing well. I said, but your presence is going to uplift us. So I wanted to take a little pressure off him. Don't worry, that experience is not going to last. He's going to be back in the lineup. But he, I thought sometimes when you have an ankle, you might be able to still on the side do a lot of shooting, keep your rhythm. Sometimes if you have a hand, like when Joe broke his hand, Joe was able to do some swimming, he was able to do some running, do something with conditioning and rhythm. Ben's been off the shelf totally with the concussion. Couldn't shoot, do nothing literally pretty much until yesterday. And for him to come in and have that kind of conditioning and push through, I was trying to give him a lot of breaks early on. It's hard, but you know, I thought he came in with confidence, and it just uplifted the team, his presence.
Ben, talk about what this past week or so has been like for you.
It's been tough. I mean, coming in for last week Friday against Cleveland State, even not being able to play and watching it's tough as a player, especially. I've been fortunate throughout my career where that was the first game I had missed due to injury. So that's tough. But just this week, just hoping that the headaches would go away and that I'd be feeling up to it. And then when I got cleared late Thursday night, it was a good day.
Coach, how do you try to parlay this feeling, the success moving forward?
Well, like I said, look at the men's soccer team here at Loyola. They battled injuries, and what you remember is how they finished. And they finished with a flurry. And we've been in games for periods of time. I mean, go back to the Illinois and Kansas State game. We just haven't, through a lot of things, finished off some things. But we've all talked. We had a lot of contributions from a lot of guys tonight. We've sat here in this room and other press rooms, and we've had 2 or 3 guys have a really night, and then But that's the kind of team we are. We got to have contributions from everybody. And today, I look down this box score, and I can look at Christian, Walt, Jordan, Joe, London, Denzel, Chim, Ben, and just say all 8 of those guys made really good plays to help us win. And that's the type of team we have to be down the stretch. We got to be a team where everyone's bringing what they can bring to the table. And I thought tonight was collectively we had more positive plays from a deeper group.
Jordan, talk about the rivalry, if you will, crosstown rivalry. You guys get jacked up a little bit more.
And since I've been here, it's always been UIC and Loyola, and just this whole week, we've been thinking about getting this win and starting this off. Coach said we're 0-0 at the beginning of this week, and a better way to start it off with a win against our rivalry team, and I got a big one against UIC.
Coach, any particular reason you want Ben to start today?
He's brought tremendous defensive intensity with that, and he brings a high energy to that. We want to really, I thought Talton and Barnes really hurt us last game, 18 and 16. We really wanted to just start out with a high energy, and Denzel's came off the bench, and I think he did better, kind of seeing how the flow of the game went, and London came in, gave us a high energy defensively, and that's why we wanted to do it. We were doing it in shifts, and Ben and Chim and London came off the bench and all played well. Or Denzel came off, Denzel, Chim, and Ben all came off the bench and did well.
Then the shooting is going to come and go.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to shoot this well as a team, but the rebounding, you guys dominated the boards, and that sort of thing is something you can control as a team, right?
Yeah, that was an emphasis too. We knew that they were a very good offensive rebounding team to start with, so we had to keep them off. They're getting that. We keep them off.